Sales equals income. Sales equals income. No sales, no income. No income, no business. No business, no money, and no fun. Okay? So my name is Blair Singer. Some of you may know me as former Rich Dad advisor Robert Kiyosaki, author of best-selling books in the area of business development, team development, sales development, and personal development, as well as leadership. And over 35 years, I've worked with companies all over the world, Singapore Airlines, Morgan Stanley, IBM, but hundreds of thousands of entrepreneurs and smaller businesses like most of you, helping them exponentially grow their sales. 2x, 5x, 10x, 20x in just a matter of weeks or months. So if you're looking for something like that, in May of 2025, I'm going to be coming to Hanoi in Vietnam to conduct our flagship program called the Sales and Leadership Mastery Program, SLM. SLM, that's going to be the 12th through the 13th, 2 days in May, live and in person. Me teaching you and your teams if you bring them there, which I highly suggest. Why is this important? Well, no matter where I go in the world over the last 25, 35 years, anytime I meet a business owner or anybody responsible for income that complains that they don't have enough money or complains that they don't have the lifestyle that they want for their family, it's usually because of several things. First of all, is it because they don't know how to, or they don't think it's important to know how to sell. They think that the product will sell itself. Well, maybe back in the 1800s that was true in smaller rural communities, but we don't live in a world like that anymore. There's almost 8 billion people on this planet vying for your attention, trying to sell you something that hopefully will give you some advantage. And if you don't have the proper skills, you will fall behind. Technology is racing faster than ever before. Can you be a master? Can you be a master of technology? Possibly. But can you be a master of sales? Easily. If you understand the formula. And let me go through the formula with you that we're going to be covering at this SLM program and why it's a benefit to you. First thing is that we're going to teach you, obviously, how to sell. Proper way to know how to sell. Okay? Why? Because like I said, sales equals income. But the most important thing to understand about sales is there's two parts of selling. The first part of selling is obviously the skills, the basic skills for obtaining customers and closing customers. But the most important sale of all is the one between your ears. That's you selling you to yourself. You know what I'm talking about? It's that little voice. If you don't know the little voice, that's the thing in your head that just said, well, what little voice? I'm not a salesperson anyway. Yeah, you are. Everybody sells something. Whether you know it or not, you're selling an attitude, you're selling a point of view, you're selling yourself, okay? And the most important thing is for you to be able to sell yourself to yourself, to be able to overcome doubts, to be able to overcome fears, to be able to overcome the fear of failure, of embarrassment, of not being good enough. Okay, these, in all my years of working with hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people at this point, those are the biggest blockages to your income, not only personally, but in your business. And that's why in this action-packed 2-day program, I'm not going to be talking a lot, we're going to be doing a lot. I'm going to be showing you what to do, you're going to do it, I'm going to coach you, and you're going to see some magnificent results. That's in sales. So it's working on two parts: selling you to yourself, obtaining the level of energy and confidence to be able to step up, and obviously the basics of sales. Who is your customer? What do they want? Is it the same thing they wanted yesterday? Is it the same person that is your customer now today after a conflict going on somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere in Asia that's affecting your economy and who your customer base is? How do you stay prepared for all of that? And you're going to learn all of that very, very simply. That's number one. Number two, if sales equals income, then massive and passive income requires a team. That's right, a team. Why do you need a team? Because anything great doesn't happen by yourself. You've got to have a team, whether it's a virtual team, whether it's a part-time team, whether it's an affiliate team, or whether it's an employed staff of a team. Either way, you got to have a team, and there's certain basic elements of mission, values, and a set of rules, which I'll talk about in a second, that will take ordinary people and turn them into champions. So you're going to learn that piece too. How are you going to learn it? Because I'm going to have you do it. And I'm going to be the person teaching you to do it personally. And then you'll be able to go back to your businesses and teach the rest of your organization. We've had several people in Vietnam. I've been teaching this program there since about 2015. Each year, people go back and say, I was frustrated with my company. I was frustrated with my employees. I wanted to get rid of all of them. But after I did the SLM, I now had the simple tools to go back and train them. And now we're doing 3x of our income. That's no joke. And that's what you're going to be able to expect too. So make sure you bring your team so you let me train them for you, okay? Because here's why. The third component, we remember, first one is about selling. Second one is about teams. But the third one is you learning how to teach your team to sell. That's right, teach your team how to sell. Well, why is that important? Well, it's important because where else are you going to learn it? Where else are you going to really learn the skills of how to do this properly? It's not complicated. It's not multiple steps. It's 6 to maybe 7 steps to be able to close a deal, to be able to get a customer and to close a deal. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. We're going to do it in real time, and you're going to do it with real customers. So that's why that one of the big secrets of SLM that we implant in your mind is that great leaders also have to be great teachers. Not school teachers, but teaching things like how to sell, how to be resilient, how to accomplish the most important sale, which is having confidence in yourself. Okay, so these are important sales, and that's why when you walk out of this program, it's not just about what you know how to do, it's what you know how to do that you can now teach to other people. Okay, to build on that formula of sell, team, and teach, the other 3 components is we're going to talk about systems. Systems. Selling is a system. It's a process. It's like baking cookies. You have a recipe, you follow the recipe, you get a good cookie. If you change the recipe or you leave one piece out, you end up with something else that nobody wants to eat. Okay? So you follow the recipe. 6, in some cases 7 steps. That's it. Really simple, and we drill each one so you're a master. You're a master of it and you have a lot of fun doing it. Okay? So it's systems. The next piece of that component is something we call accountability. Why do you need accountability? An accountability to numbers. You can improve anything in your life if you can measure it. Anything. The problem is people don't measure it properly, or they measure it too late when the result has already long been accomplished. Nobody ever got fat eating one piece of chocolate cake, and that's kind of my point. Okay? So once you understand these steps to the sales and you learn how to measure each one, and we'll do that also in real time, and you'll really see the whole room doing it, and you'll get excited doing it, you'll see there's where we need to work. We don't need to work on this part, we need to work on this part of the selling cycle. Okay, so a massive accountability to numbers. And finally, the thing that holds it all together, that makes you the leader, allows you to build those teams, is something we call a code of honor. Code of honor. What's a code of honor? A code of honor is a set of rules that holds your team together. Okay, so think of, Buddhism has their 6 precepts. Judeo-Christian has the 10 commandments. Hinduism has its own set of rules. Every religion, every great organization has a basic core set of a very few rules. Like rules that we have in our businesses, like never abandon a teammate in need, be on time, be responsible, no blame and justification. So you'll learn how to create your own, and you'll create your own, and you'll go back to your team, and you'll bring your team together to create the code that holds that team together even under the most difficult of times. So that when everybody else is running for cover and trying to figure out what to do, you're killing it, you're crushing it. Why? Because you have a true family as a team. So it's sell, team, teach. You're going to learn the systems, accountability, code of honor to pull it all together, and how to hold that little voice of yours in place. Now, toward the end of that program, we do a exercise to prove that you know all these things after all the exercises and all the drills that you go through. And the last time, I believe, we had the class in Vietnam did over $10 million in sales in 10 minutes. That's right, that's no joke. $10 million of sales in 10 minutes of your own product, your own your own services right over the phone, right from the room with me coaching you all the way. Why do we do that? I don't make any money on that. The benefit of doing it is so that you believe in yourselves and that you know that it can get done in the right set of circumstances, in the right context, the right environment, and following the steps I'm going to give you. How do I know? Because we've been teaching this program for better than 15 years worldwide, and every single time we produce the same results, same exponential results. People that leave the program should expect 2x, 3x, 10x, some people 20x, depending on how big your company is. Typically, smaller companies get the bigger gain, obviously, because they're starting at a very low number and build great teams. But if you're the type of person that's responsible for production, responsible for income, responsible for moving the business ahead, then this is a program for you. It is a massive skill development on sales, team, and leadership. It's also a massive personal development program where you get to become the best part of yourself. You have to ask yourself, do I want to be better? Do I want to be a better leader? Do I want to be able to generate more income, and do I want to do it quicker? If the answer to that is yes, this is for you. If you're not interested in those things, don't come, okay? Don't come. Don't waste your time. But if you are responsible for it, and maybe you can do it, but your team can't, let me train them for you. The return on your investment will be well worth it. You'll now have a team that responds, it's responsible, that takes ownership and steps up to the plate. Okay? So that's the 12th and 13th of May, 2025 in Hanoi, live and in person. I hope to see you there. We only do it once a year in various places around the world, and this time it's me there live, and I'm going to do it myself. Why? Because Vietnam has proven over the years to be one of the most resilient, action-oriented countries that I've worked with of all the 30-plus countries I have. It's the only country that I've been to where when I give information or some knowledge, people apply it immediately to test it, see if it works or if it doesn't. The stuff that doesn't work, they let it go. The stuff that works, they take it on and they crush it. It's why, over the years, Vietnam has been called the Asian miracle. So if you want to be part of the next miracle, be part of the SLM program. 12th, 13th of May, live in person in Hanoi. Be amazing.